Hi, my name is Monica and I'm an energy psychology and transformation coach, helping people expand their consciousness and reprogram themselves for the life of joy, divine bliss, abundance, success, love and prosperity that is all birthright. In this video, I want to address the topic of how to find your purpose and really offer a different set of thoughts around finding your purpose that has ever been shared before. I have so many clients coming to me asking me, Mon, how do I find my purpose? I'm lost. I really want to know what my purpose is. How do I connect with that? And my answer to them is this: you can never find your purpose fully until you find yourself first. And this is really profound. You cannot find your purpose until you know yourself inside out, who you are, what brings you joy, what is your passion, who you are deep within the core of your being. And that sort of journey to your center is also a process. It doesn't happen overnight. I remember as I was going through my own spiritual awakening, this question has been on my mind almost daily. I felt this deep sense of knowing right from my young age that I'm here to do something extraordinary, something big, something that will help and uplift the humanity in a big way. I knew deep within the core of my being, whenever people were not, I feel it. I'm highly sensitive, I'm very empathic. I can be very psychic when I tap into those energies. And I really feel when people are not authentic, when they're not authentic with themselves, when they're holding back. And I feel when they are projecting their own insecurities onto others. And this is why I genuinely believe from the bottom of my heart that the only way to connecting with your true authentic purpose is through allowing yourself to connect with your true authentic self first and foremost. That is really the number one step. The first step towards your purpose is get to know yourself. Become real with who you are. Allow yourself to be who you are. And why this is so difficult for so many of us is because a lot of us light workers and highly sensitive people, a lot of us people who are very creative, very conscious, very aware, we have chosen to incarnate into very toxic families. A lot of us have been abused mentally, emotionally, or physically in our early childhood because we were different. We saw the world very differently to how our parents, our carers, the rest of the family, even the culture, the society have seen it. And this sort of situation would have created a sense of not belonging, sticking out from the crowd. And it's not a surprise that so many of us have experienced that exact thing from our parents, where our parents would basically constantly tell us, you know, why are you like this? You're wrong. Criticizing us, invalidating us. Why do you feel that? You shouldn't feel that. Don't be so sensitive. Don't see the world that way. That's wrong. See the world the way I want you to see the world. Do the job, you know, the kind of job I believe in. I've had this personally where my parents constantly invalidated my deep desires for creativity right from a very young age because they didn't believe in it. They didn't believe that an artist can be successful, abundant, and live a meaningful, happy, fulfilled life. In their eyes, their belief was that artists are poor and struggle. For those very reasons, my mom, instead of encouraging me to connect with my own instincts and natural creative abilities, she instead pushed me away from that and didn't support me in going to art school, discouraged me, even blocked it, like literally outright blocked it, like you're not allowed to go there. Because she simply didn't believe it. So she projected her own fears and insecurities and beliefs onto me. And as a young child, even though we feel that disconnect, we feel that misalignment, that this is not true for me, that this is somebody else's beliefs and viewpoints, we often feel that in order for us to survive, we need to suppress ourselves or truth or authentic expression in order to fit in order to feel like we belong, in order to feel accepted and validated by our parents, because they are, at the end of the day, the very people who actually are responsible for our survival. So without them, without their love and approval and support, our survival is threatened. So can you see how this dynamic works? If for whatever reason your parents have invalidated how you felt, your visions, who you were innately as a human being, your instincts, your divine inner wisdom, and if they constantly said to you to feel something different, to think something different, to be somebody else, if they constantly criticize what came to you naturally, then over a period of time you would try to suppress that in order for you to fit in, to feel like you belong, to feel like you will continue to survive if you basically obey and start pleasing your parents. And this is the very reason why so many of us then grow up and start living a life that is so out of alignment with who we are deep within the core of our being. We end up doing jobs that are not truly our passion, that we may even hate. We may end up in relationships where we are not seen, we're not heard, because we simply scared to connect with the truth of who we are. We put all these masks, layers of masks and false identity on top of us. We create this false persona that is only created in order to belong to the standards that our parents demanded from us. And it's false, it's out of alignment, it's not authentic with who we are, and it keeps hitting us. That's the biggest thing. It actually really hurts us on so many levels. Not only because we basically stop allowing ourselves to express our truth. We start to feel the fear of rejection and criticism every time we even consider connecting with the truth of how we feel, because they've invalidated us for so many years and invalidated how we felt. We have literally detached from our own feelings, from our own heart, out of fear of being criticized. And we then mistrust our own feelings. We then are unable to make decisions that are in alignment with who we are. Can you see how we then are constantly self-sabotaging ourselves? We want one thing, but unconsciously we keep basically living from a place of fear and this false identity, this mask that sits, above. And it's like an armor. It's an armor. It's a protection mechanism. It's simply protecting us from us being seen. And the only way to remove those masks, to remove that armor, is for us to start honoring how we felt, how we feel now, what is true for us, and really start practicing the connection to ourselves, reconnecting with our truth. The only way you can heal something is to allow yourself to feel something. So start really feeling and allowing yourself to feel your truth. What is it that gets you excited? Especially when it comes to work. I really highly encourage a lot of my clients to take baby steps towards their purpose, to start with the step number one, doing the process of self-discovery, really examining what is it that I'm really passionate about. And often, if you rewind back to your childhood and look at yourself, through those innocent child eyes, connect with yourself. What was true for me back then? What is it that I really loved? What was such a natural instinct for me when I was little to do and create? And also sort of connect with the times in your childhood when actually your parents try to suppress those innate instincts in you, because it's often those, whatever has been left unexpressed and has been suppressed is your greatest passion, because you would have suppressed yourself and you would start to hide yourself in order to, it was like a protection mechanism, like a form of self-preservation in order to survive. So when you start literally peeling the layers of the masks and fears, the judgment, the criticism, the rejections, and start healing that from within, allowing yourself to reconnect with your true authentic passion, and get on this journey where you simply say to yourself, you will enjoy the journey, you will not obsess about the final destination, because so many of us obsess about the final destination, meaning knowing what our purpose is, that we forget to enjoy the present moment, we forget to enjoy the journey to our purpose. And one of the most beautiful quotes from Jay Shetty, actually, that I've listened to recently, says that your passion is for you and your purpose is for others. When you connect your passion with the service to others, that's a purpose. And it's incredibly beautiful, because I highly encourage a lot of my clients to find that one thing that has been really suppressed, that was the greatest desire in their childhood, and that has really been suppressed by their parents, and start examining that, exploring that, start creating, give themselves a permission to create, simply for the love of it, for the joy, for the bliss that it brings them. And so many of my clients, including myself, who have allowed themselves this joy of creating for the sake of creating, what happens then? We start rebuilding our own relationship with ourselves, our own trust with ourselves, our own trust, of our feelings, of our truth, of our authentic expression, and that gets stronger and stronger and stronger. And you may start creating, like in my case, I started creating beautiful pieces of jewelry, and then it grew bigger, and then it went on to scarves and clothes and all sorts of other things, and then slowly getting into photography and video, and really allowing myself to express those visions. I'm very visual, and I have a lot of visions in my head, and my whole childhood, it was very painful for me, because my mother used to call me, "Oh, you're just a dreamer," like as if it was something, insignificant. But actually, if you're somebody who has a lot of visions, who's very creative, and if that has never been expressed, just trust that is your greatest gift, like something so beautiful that is calling you to connect with that and really express it and enjoy the process of creation. And as you start doing that, you will grow in confidence. You will start trusting yourself, you know, your creations more and more. And that very journey will start slowly opening you up like a beautiful lotus flower and connecting you with people and experiences and opportunities that actually will eventually connect you with your purpose. And I love the quote from Dalai Lama, who says that you find yourself in the service of others. It's so true, because your passion is your greatest joy. But when you convert that passion into service to other people, when you find a meaningful way how you can convert your passion into some sort of product or service or something meaningful that solves problems in the world that we're facing today, that is service, that is purpose. So to recap, if you're still asking yourself a question, how do I find my purpose? I highly recommend you to start the journey of self-discovery and find yourself first. Heal all the broken parts of you that have been invalidated and suppressed first. Because that healing, each time you heal something, it will open you up. And you will have so many downloads and visions for, you know, and opportunities to connect with your true self. And then start creating slowly. Connect with your greatest passion that has been really suppressed in your childhood and left unexpressed. And start creating little by little, and that will open you up and connect you with opportunities. And then start looking at world problems. What does the world need? Where can I add value? How can I convert this passion into a meaningful, valuable service that solves problems in the world? And, you know, what can I get paid for that genuinely adds value to the society, to the world, heals the mother nature, heals people, creates beautiful, meaningful art that actually is healing to others, or anything else that might be valuable, meaningful to you. So this is my answer to how you connect with your purpose. And I really hope you found something in this video that really resonated with you, and that will help you to eventually connect with your own blissful divine purpose. If you love what you've heard in this video, I would love to ask you to like, share and subscribe, as I will be doing more of these videos and interviews with my clients who have been on a very journey of self-discovery and reconnecting with their true authentic self and finding their purpose. It brings me so much joy to be able to share my own experience as well as those of my clients, and bring you meaningful videos that support your healing, that support you on your healing journey, on your awakening journey, on your journey of connecting, committing to yourself. Because when our own cup is full, we can then give so much of that love to other people around us, and I guarantee you that love energy always comes back to you tenfold. It's simply a universal law. So if you love what you've seen here, please like, share and subscribe, and I look forward to seeing you in another video. Namaste.